Alright guys, welcome back. Python tutorial. I want to talk to you guys about the if statement. Now the if statement is a cool keyword. If, and it's a way to have your computer program make a very simple decision. Now the cool thing is, since we have this IDE, we can make programs longer than just one line. And whenever we hit enter, of course it doesn't just execute automatically. So say that we wanted to build a program that takes a user's age. And we will say that we are like selling beer online or something, even though that's illegal. We will do it anyway, so if the user's age is above 21, then we will say you can buy beer. If not, then we will say okay, you're not allowed buy beer because you have to be 21. So what we do is we need a way to this and execute some code based on another variable. Sounds confusing, but check it out. So whatever you want to have your computer make a decision, the first thing you do is add the keyword if. Now directly after this, we need to give it something to test. So right now we are just going to test if this age is less than 21. So if the age is less than 21, then we want to do something. We will just like print out no beer for you, since theirs age is too young. So right after your test, add a colon. Now hit enter, and you can see that your cursor doesn't go to the next line, it's automatically indented in one tab. Now anything that's indented in one tab, your computer knows okay, only execute this code if this test is true. So this code that we type right here is only going to run if the user's age is less than 21. So what do we want to happen? If the user's age is less than 21, we will just print no beer for you. Alright, so this is a valid print statement, and it does indeed print texts out on the screen. However, check it out, whenever we run it, nothing's displaying in our console at the bottom. And that's because, even though we wrote this line of code, it didn't execute because the age was over 21, so we didn't need to give them this little warning. Now if we have some little kid who's like 13 try to use the site, it's going to say okay, if 13 is less than 21, that's true. 13 is indeed less than 21, then that's when we want to print this no beer for you. So whenever you run this, it says okay, check this, and okay, that is true. So run this line of code. So again, whenever the test is true, run it. Whenever it's false, just move on. So it executes whatever down here. Now what if we wanted to have a computer side between one of two things? Because of course, whenever the user is less than 21, we gave me the warrant a message. But what about for the people who are older than 21? How do we make them, use the site or something like that? Well, we can add another condition called Elif, and this checks something else, and they'll probably be easier to see if I use a new example. So let's make a new variable called name, and we'll set this equal to Mahi. So let's sum check if we will say if their name is Ellie or Mahi. How do we do that? Well, we already know how to check if name. Now I will tell you guys about another type of test. So with numbers we can do less than, greater than. However, since this is a string, we want to see if it's equal to something else. So the keyword for this is is. So this is pretty much going to check this name and see if it's equal to something else. And of course edit colon. So again, less than, greater than for numbers. And with strings you can use this keyword as. You can actually use is when comparing two numbers as well. So what we are going to do is say okay, if the name is Ellie, then print hey there Ellie. Now in order to test another option, what you can use is the keyword elif. And this pretty much means else if or. It's just another way of having another if statement in one block of code. So else, if the name is Mahi, print something, get like what up Mahi. So pretty much it checks the name. If it's Ali, print this statement to them. If it's Mahi, print this statement to this. We can actually have as many of these elif if we want, so we will say okay if it's Sammy, be like what up Sammy. So pretty much it's going to go one by one and only execute a certain block of code whenever the condition is true. So hit run, and of course the name is Mahi, so said what up Mahi, thought so. Pretty much it ran through top to bottom and said okay, is this true? Nope. So go down here, is this true? Yes. So do this, and of course since this was not true, it skipped this one as well. Okay, simple enough. So now we have a way where we not only can make a decision like in that beer example, well, we can also make a decision to decide between more than one option. Now there's one other thing I want to talk to you guys. What if we ran through all the options and none of them were true, but we still want to execute a certain bit of code? Well, we can do something like this. After all of your elifs, you can have one last condition called else. What else means is, if you ran through every other option and none of those were true, then do this. So we can just run something like print will say that this is actually a site, and if the user logs in, then we can give them a custom message. And of course, if none of these names are true, then that just mean they didn't sign up for the site yet. So please sign up for the site. So of course with Maggie, whenever you run it, it's going to give her that custom welcome message. However, if we have a new guy named like Tommy, what it's going to do is say, are you this user? No, check. If you're this user, nope. Check in view of this user, and since all of these options are false, whenever you're on this, it's going to say please sign up for the site. Alright, so I know that was a lot to take in, but that is pretty much how you can have your computer make one decision, multiple decisions, or multiple decisions with a default answer. If you have any questions or you want the source code to this, I'm going to be posting it on my forum, so I'll see you later.